It has an immediate effect of calming down your nervous system, decreasing stress, decreasing anxiety, decreasing or increasing your ability to be more patient with a situation that you're feeling impatient about.
Hi, welcome to the Judy Terrell Show, where I explore topics intended to optimize everybody 50, 60, 70, and above.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Judy Terrell Show. So, if you are tuning in with me on this episode, then you are in episode number 4 in my 6-part series on how to manage stress, anxiety, and impatience when you are over 50 years old. My goal for this series and for this episode is to be presenting tools that are usable at any time in any part of the day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that you can do that will immediately, in the moment, lower your nervous system out of a fight or flight response and into more of a calming response of the parasympathetic nervous system. That's the part of the nervous system that when that switches on, you are relaxing and calming down. The sympathetic nervous system is the one that revs you up. And we need both of those sides of our nervous system depending on what's going on in the moment of our life. But many of us get stuck in the sympathetic nervous system fight or flight response and find it difficult to calm themselves down. And so, why am I presenting this for over 50? Because all the skills and tools that I'm presenting in this series really could be applicable to anybody of any age. But why I'm saying that they're for the over 50 crowd is I am over 50 by 10 years now. I'm just about 60 years old, a couple months out. And because I live in a body and in a brain and with a nervous system, that because I'm 60, there's a lot of things that are going on in my own body and in my own mind that cause me stress and anxiety and impatience because, for instance, it takes me longer to process certain things that people might be saying than it did when I was in my 30s. I might be wrestling with a certain word that I want to say, and it's right on the tip of my brain, but I can't get it out. I have to take a second breath and kind of retrieve that word. And sometimes I can't. I have to come up with another word. In my physical body, I'll go to stand up and something will kind of zing me in my knees. And then that's got my attention, where when I was in my 30s, I didn't have the kind of body things that are going on now that are part of the aging process that kind of get my attention. Then I'm already dealing with insecurity and stress about living in a body that I'm unfamiliar with and that seems to be less safe. And any given moment, I gotta a shoulder thing gets tight, or my neck muscles seize up, or any number of things that have to do with just living in an older body, and they are stressing us 50 plus people out. And that's the background or the foundation. And then there's the outside things, a situation going on with a spouse, or, something going on with an employee at work that you have to manage, or something going on with a child or a grandchild, or, you've heard the news and then, the story got you spun up, but you're also already kind of spun up from having to manage an aging, vehicle, if you will. And so that is why I'm saying that this series is for my 50 plus, because the metaphors that I use, the stories I'm telling really apply to people who are 50 and older, 50, 60, 70, 80, and then older. But it doesn't mean that when I'm presenting, you couldn't say, to your grandchild or your daughter or son, listen, you can use this too. You don't have to say it's only for people in their 50s and over. But it really, the tools I'm presenting are very helpful for the 50 and older crowd, because we have, multiple levels of anxiety, some of which are coming from just living in our bodies. Okay. So that said, I've already presented 3, immediately applicable tools for managing a revved up state or fight or flight of anxiety, stress, and impatience. And today I'm going to present a 4th. And what I'm going to actually do it. You can do it with me, hopefully, or at least watch it and then do it on your own. But this is a body scan, calming down your nervous system exercise. It takes about 3 to 5 minutes. When you're doing it on your own, you can like make it take a little bit longer, a little bit shorter. Here in this episode, it's going to be about 5 minutes. But it's the kind of thing you could do if you're sitting at your desk. It's the kind of thing you can do if you're standing waiting online somewhere. It's the kind of thing you can do where you're in any really place aside from maybe driving a car. Because it's not something that is going to put you to sleep. It is something that you're actively going to be doing. And when we do it, you'll see what I mean. But it has an immediate effect of calming down your nervous system, decreasing stress, decreasing anxiety, decreasing or increasing your ability to be more patient with a situation that you're feeling impatient about. And it's simple and enjoyable, actually. So we're going to walk through it right now. I'm going to do it with you, and then we'll talk a little bit about it afterwards. But when I tell people to do this, if you're sitting, sit right to the edge of your chair, put both feet on the ground so they're both feet are situated right underneath each knee evenly, and you're sitting upright, so this is an attentive thing. It's not a like relax and then, go into Shavasana in a yoga class, which for those of you who don't know that's the end. It's usually people fall asleep when they're doing that. This is not a fall asleep exercise, but it is a calming exercise. You can also do this laying on the floor, laying on a bed, but because I want you to know that this is accessible anywhere, we're going to do it sitting down. I'm going to do it sitting down, right? So you sit down, and I want to start us off with a skill that I've already taught in the earlier episodes of this series, and it's extended exhales. So when we are relaxed, we actually have a shorter inhale and a longer exhale. And if we're not relaxed and we actually do that breathing, we can toggle the switch in our nervous system into the parasympathetic, which is the part of the nervous system that calms us down. So I like to start this visualization with a couple of extended exhales, and I'll walk you through how to do it. And then we're going to go right into this body scan, calming body scan exercise, right? So extended exhales are very simple. You're going to breathe in kind of shallow, not a huge big breath in, but you're going to breathe in through your nose. And then you're going to do an extended exhale through your lips, almost as if you're blowing up a balloon, but not like a forced, it's like a constant stream of air out for an extended time. So it's longer, significantly longer than your inhale. So let's do a couple of these. We'll do 3 of them. So you can take a breath in through your nose, and then you're going to purse your lips and breathe out. Breathe in through your nose, shallow, not a big one. Extend the exhale like you're blowing up a balloon gently. And then one more. Breathe in through your nose. And then extend the exhale until there's not one drop of air left in your lungs. And you can feel a sense of calmness that came just from doing 3 of those breaths. So now I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. You don't have to close your eyes, but if you'd like to, close your eyes. I'm going to leave mine open so I can still watch and teach. Now, I want you to imagine that right at the top of your head, where the soft spot of a baby's head is, that there's an opening, and that there is this white, healing light and energy that is being siphoned into that spot, and then is going to be entering your own body. And you can feel it and visualize this coming in through the top of your head, this amazing, pure, healing, loving, most, non-conditional, unconditional energy coming into the top of your head. And I want you to envision feeling its warmth and its healing effects as it comes down like over your forehead and over the back of your head. And this energy comes down over your eyes and starts to go into your cheeks and your nose, the back of your skull, your jaw, starts to come down into your neck. And this energy, everything it touches, it has the ability to heal and calm and relax. So now it's coming down through your head, and you can feel your brain relaxed. You feel any tight spots in your brow relaxing, your jaw like releases, comes down through your neck and starts to come into your chest. It's warm, incredibly loving energy. Everything it touches, it heals and relaxes, relaxing the upper chest, the shoulders. You can feel it start to come down into your arms. So the upper arms releasing this white, healing energy of purity comes down through your elbows into your forearms, your wrists. So if you have any restrictions in your elbows or wrists, that it lets them go into your hands, and it starts to come out the fingertips where there's openings and energy portals, and flowing now out through the top of your head through your arms. So everything that is touched now is relaxed and healing and soothing and warming. And now come back into the core of your body, and imagine now it's going from the top of your chest down through your chest and your upper back muscles, your neck, soothing, releasing, and relaxing any tension in the neck and the upper shoulders. Comes out around the ribs and allows all the muscles around your ribs and lungs to, so when you expand on your breath and then exhale out, you have the fullest range of motion, no restrictions, no shortness, a feeling of not getting enough air. Everything is flowing and relaxed and healed and released and calmed. And now getting into the belly area, the abdomen area, where we have the spleen and the liver, the pancreas, the stomach, the intestines, all working for us 24 hours a day, taking in food and nutrition, and then letting that get picked up by the bloodstream and expanded out into all the cells of your body. But those organs feel this energy touch them and immediately bring whatever energy it needs to balance these organs, and warms them and soothes them, and everything calms down as they're in their flow state. Feel this energy come into the lower back and any tight muscles there. Feel this energy as just warm that area and immediately release any tension and stress so that you're totally relaxed. Any pain gone. Just a releasing, a elongation, a letting go of those lower back muscles. Feel this white energy come into the hips and the pelvis, and feel that like opening and releasing any tension from sitting for long periods of time. Feel that energy opening, and then feel this energy flowing down into your legs now, into your thighs, your quads, your glutes, the back of your legs, your hamstrings, releasing them, the leg muscles, soothing them, calming them, warming them, touching down through your knees, any arthritic conditions, any tension, pain, numbness, rubbing, clicking, all that being healed by this white, pure, loving energy that calms and releases. Feel this energy carrying down into your calves now. Again, soothing, releasing, opening. Feels it goes down into your ankles, releasing any tension in the ankles, the Achilles tendons. Now into your feet, the arches of your feet. Again, releasing any tension, warming and soothing and healing, and then out your toes. And again, just like in your fingers, there's portals. So you feel this white energy is coming down through the top of your head, all through your body, but also it comes out your fingers, it comes out your toes, and there's this endless supply of this loving, pure, clean energy that calms and heals and soothes, and it is now flowing from the top of your head through your fingers out into the universal field, down through your body, out your toes, and you are like a conduit of just calmness and peacefulness and release and healing. This energy is infinite. It is there for your utilization at any time. You just have to open your portal and use that energy to go body scan completely down from the top of your head through your toes. Let that feeling be with you as you just feel that release and that calmness, but that flow. There's no stagnation. It's just constantly flowing. You have access to it at any time. It might get stuck, but then you can use this visualization to reopen any blocks in your body from this energy, and then reopen them. And now if your eyes were closed, reopen them, and then just take a little inventory about your energy. If you're watching this, you might not have been as stressed or anxious as another time of the day. So less anxious when you started, but even in being less anxious and stressed, I'm sure that you can feel that that you've calmed down. There's like a sense of groundedness. There's a sense of like a slowing down and a release and a peacefulness that comes from that visualization. Now, you can do that anywhere, aside from driving the car. Like I said, you can pull over if you're driving the car onto the side, or text, like field there that they have on the side of the roadways, or someone's driveway or whatever. If you needed to do that, if you're experiencing maybe a road rage, or you just got really upset about something. I was just driving this week and I saw a horrific accident and I was very revved up about it. And I didn't do this, but I could have pulled over on the side of the road and let myself just calm down and take 5 minutes, 3 minutes. You can do this expedited or take a little bit longer depending on how much time you have. But again, this is a tool that I'm giving. We've done it once together. You do it once or twice. You can just replay this video, and then you'll have a script that you will be able to recreate in your own mind, so you don't have to listen to it every time. So this is skill number 4 in my series on what is something that we can do when we're over 50 that can immediately have an effect on reducing stress, anxiety, and impatience. And I want to just add that, I just said the things that I'm referring to that are causing us the stress. I said we're living in bodies that are unfamiliar to us, and oftentimes have aches and pains and processing ways that they're processing now that we're not familiar with and we don't like. And it might just be that. It might just be your own having to deal with that, and nothing out on the outside is stressful in the moment, but like your own, kind of aging anxiety. I have a lot of clients that, they feel tight in their leg, and it's like they're aware of it, and they walk and they sit down, they get up, and then it wraps around the front of their hip, and then their lower back starts to get involved, and they're reflecting on that in their mind and getting more and more upset and stressed about it because they're making it, this shouldn't be that way. I'm falling apart. I'm getting old. What's going to happen to me? Blah, blah, blah. We get spun up in ourselves living in 50-plus-year-old bodies. And this, visualization and this body scan, calming body scan we just did, can be applied to just living in your own body and living in your own mind when you're kind of getting anxious about the aging process and the different things that you're encountering from that. So it could be something that's going on inside you that you can use this to calm down from and reduce the stress and anxiety, or it could be things from the outside when your body is just in its normal state, or it could be a combination of both. So many, many, many applications for this. Very effective. You just did it, so you can say, yeah, I just did that, and I'm not. This isn't theoretical anymore. This was experiential. I can see what she's saying. So you have access to this tool, and this is tool number 4 in my 6-part series. I have 2 more to go. I already did 3, so if you're somehow coming into this in the middle, make it a point to listen to the first ones. The extended exhales is a particular one that I did earlier in the series. That's a standalone tool as well. It can be used in conjunction with this visualization. So as always, my goals for doing these video series for the 50-plus population, men and women both, is because I want to make my second 50 years on the planet even better than my first 50. I'm already 10 years in, and I'm on that path. I want to share my learnings and my, teachings with you, so that if you're 50 plus, you also can have that same agenda, make the second 50 even better than the first. I have more valuable things that you can take a look through if you want to access my website. It's judyterrell.com. And so I welcome you to take a look at that and see what's there that you might find inspiring or utilizable for your path as you're aging. And, be well. I appreciate your patronage and your watching. And I really hope that you stay tuned so you can get the next 2 tools, because all 6 of them is a whole great toolbox for you to have as you're interfacing with life through the rest of the years on the planet. Thanks, everybody. Be well.
Thanks for listening, everybody. And if you'd like to have access to some of my additional resources, I can be found at Facebook, Instagram, YouTube,
and on my website, www.judyterrell.com.